By show of hands, how many of us here sit and work through the computer for over 6 hours, 8 hours, sometimes 9 hours, sometimes even 12 hours with no breaks? You just take a break, you go to the toilet and come back, sit on your computer. Raise your hand again if you're the type that says you can't even take a break for lunch. You have so much work to do, you take your lunch from the desk. That is so serious, because ideally you are killing yourself softly, because the human body is not meant to be that still. The human body is meant to be in motion. But now our motion has moved to us dragging with the office seats. You drag to your cabinet to pick this, you rotate again to the printer. All we do is move around there. So you do so much of sitting and no movements. And this is hurting the body, because when the body is not in motion, it actually thinks that you're on a go slow, or maybe you're dead. And blood doesn't flow as it should flow. Just imagine that. And maybe just to bring it home closer, how many of us, you experience swollen legs because you've been sitting all day, but all you keep doing is stamping your feet on the floor and you continue working? You experience stiff necks or painful necks. You wake up and the much you can do is stretch like, oh, because your back is paining. And you go back and sit. You do this 2 minutes and then you go back and sit again. Your own palm is paining because of using the mouse the whole day. You have tingling feet, you have tingling hands, but you keep working. If any of that sounds familiar, you're in a very dangerous space. We are saying that is not a healthy habit. The body is meant to be in motion. So allow me to share 3 things that I feel anybody who has an office job that requires them to sit for that long should do to proactively manage their health. And the first thing that I'll talk about is how we approach our exercise. I've heard someone saying that I did my morning run, or I do an hour in the evening as a morning run. But even if you do 1 hour morning run or an evening morning run, you've been sitting the whole day. So you did your morning run maybe between 6 and 7 or between 5 and 6. And from there, you've been sitting non-stop 6-5 hours. It's the same effect. Of course, much better than the guy who doesn't exercise at all, but you are undoing the good that your body experiences in the morning. So what we are recommending is don't sit for that long. Do at least 1 hour, take a break, walk for 10 minutes, stretch your body, just stretch every part of your body. You can go to the loo, you can stretch from your desk, depending on your work and depending where you're working from. And then after that, come sit down again. Put an alarm. Make it deliberate and make it something that you have to adhere to just make sure that at any one time, you're not doing a whole 2 hours, a whole 3 hours, just working and working and working. And talking about that, there's a technique that is called the Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro is a time management technique or a productivity technique that says if you work for more than 2 hours, if you work for more than an hour, your concentration, your productivity level goes down, because you even have mental exhaustion. And therefore, it means if you sit there and keep saying you're working, what you could have done in 3 hours, in the morning when you came, it was very fast. But now you drag what could have been done in 2 hours is getting done in a day or 3 days and all that, because even mentally you're very exhausted. And just to bring it home again, how many of us are having digestive issues? How many of us are not having daily bowel movements? Because the sitting position does not allow for our bowel to just move the way it's supposed to move. And that's why when people squat, the movement happens. So even in the morning, learn to do squats. In the evening, learn to do squats. There's something to help you become more healthy. Take your water, things just to help you to become more healthy. So don't just focus on your work, and forget that they say health is the biggest asset. Because without your health, you can't even do that work. My point number 2 is, I would say, can we be more deliberate about how we approach our active life? When you have to make that call, why are you calling someone that's in the same office? Just take a walk. Go see them and tell them what you want to do. Don't send that email. Go to them, talk to them, and then come back. If someone gives you a call, instead of talking to them from your desk, just walk. Make it a habit to just walk around. When you finish your call, come back and continue working. It helps in terms of now just being active and all that. I have seen people waiting for the lift, actually queuing and causing a commotion in the lift. And they're just going to fast floor. And when there's no lift and they have to walk, by the time they get to fast floor, they are breathing like they're actually about to pass out. And this is just because we have made our bodies very inactive. Very, very inactive. So it should worry you that you're not able to go to fast floor. And this does not remove those of us who think we are slim. No, being active and make sure that you're living an active life has nothing to do with how small you are or how big you are. It is just a lifestyle. So let us be deliberate about making sure that we are getting active and you actually exercise. You know, you do things at home, you can do YouTube, whatever that you have to do. You can skip rope, whatever that you have to do. But don't live a life that is so inactive. When it comes to lunch hour, by all means, step out, just take a walk. If you're working from home or working from the office, just take a walk and just purpose to have a 24-hour approach, a whole day approach to your activity. Where you can take the stairs, don't take the lift. And point number that I would like us to take care of is understanding that our bodies talk to us. Are you listening to your body? You wake up in the morning, you are so tired, you don't even believe that's a Monday. You are so tired, it's a Monday morning, but you want to know what your body is saying. You're working, your feet are numb. Again, you stamp on the feet and continue working. Your body is telling you something. I am feeling suffocated. You have not taken leave for so long. You have not been taking breaks. It has now been continuous working, and after that you come and sleep. And even if it's sleeping, remember that is still not motion. So your blood is still not flowing the way it's supposed to meant to be flowing. I don't think we are created for us to be inactive. Being in motion is a minimum that we should actually have. So always listen to your body, schedule that leave, and even when you're scheduling the leave, your body needs to be serviced. It needs just a break from the routine of having to work and do work every day, day in, day out. As I conclude, I would like us to know that your biggest wealth is your health. And just like money, sometimes we know the value of our health when it is too late, when we have lost it. So don't wait for that moment. As you put your career goals, as you put your family goals, as you put your financial goals, please be sure to put some healthy goals that you can actually have, that you can adhere, especially the daily goals that you have to do every day to ensure that you actually maintain health. It has been a pleasure talking to you about this. This is powered by Chesspod. Thank you very much, Dennis Chalo. Goodbye.